Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Erickson. Today we're going to be reading Spinning Spiders by Melvin Berger, illustrated by S.D. Schindler. As we read through our book today, we're going to be practicing a new skill of identifying important parts from a nonfiction text. So as I read, we're going to be gathering facts or details about spiders, and then we're going to be putting them together in a special way so that we would be able to tell people what the important parts or points of that page or couple pages would be. Spider webs are everywhere. You can find them high up on walls and windows, on lamps and lights. In dark corners, sheds, barns, and garages are favorite places for spider webs. Outdoors, you can find them on trees and plants, on swings and slides, on poles and fences, and even in the grass. New spider webs are beautiful patterns of thin threads. Old webs may be covered with dirt and dust. We call them cobwebs. There are more than 30,000 kinds of spiders. They can be small or large, fat or thin, short or long. Most are brown, gray, black, or other dull colors, but a few are as bright and colorful as flowers. Most people confuse spiders and insects. Spiders are not insects. Spiders are arachnids. Some other well-known arachnids are mites, ticks, and scorpions. Arachnids differ from insects in a few ways. Arachnids have 8 legs. Insects have 6 legs. Adult arachnids have no wings. Most adult insects have wings. Arachnid bodies have 2 main parts. Insect bodies have 3 main parts. Arachnids have no feelers or antennae. I'm going to take some of the facts that I learned about spiders and arachnids right now, and I'm going to use those to help me create an important point. So I learned that spiders have 8 legs. I also learned that spiders have 2 main body parts. And I also learned that arachnids have 8 legs and 2 body parts. Now, because of all these facts, I could say that my most important point of that page is that spiders are arachnids. So instead of saying all the facts, I would sum it up in one important point statement that spiders are arachnids. Spiders are the only arachnids that spin webs of silk threads. They make the silk with special organs at the end of the body. These organs are called spinnerets. Most kinds of spiders have 6 spinnerets. Some have 4 or 2. A liquid comes out of the spinnerets. Outside the body, the liquid hardens into a solid thread of silk. The thread is very thin, but it is very sticky. It is also stronger than a steel thread that size, and it can stretch. The silk thread can stretch to almost twice its length. Many spiders use the silk to make webs. The webs are to catch the insects they eat. So now I'm going to take the facts that I learned about spinnerets and silk and webs. I learned that a liquid comes out of the spinnerets, that the thread is thin and sticky, and once it's outside, after it comes out as a liquid, it thickens into a thread of silk, and that many spiders use silk to make webs. So my most important point is that spiders spin silk with organs at the end of the body. If a fly buzzes too close to a spider web, it gets caught on the sticky threads. The fly tries to pull away. It flaps its wings, It kicks its feet, it wiggles and wiggles, but it cannot escape. It is stuck in the web's threads. Most spiders grab the fly with their 2 fangs. They wrap the body's fly with silk so that it cannot move. Then they inject a poison into the fly. The poison dissolves the inside of the fly's body. Spiders don't have teeth. They can't chew. They can only drink. Once the fly's insides have turned to mush, the spider can slurp it up. A spider usually eats about 1 bug a week, and sometimes more. So now we're going to take that I can statement again, where I can identify important points from a nonfiction text. And I'm going to take the facts that I just learned, like the poison dissolves the fly's insides, turning it into mush. Remember? And then it kind of slurps it up like a straw. A fly can get stuck in a web. Spiders grab flies with their fangs. And then spiders wrap up flies with silk. And then spiders inject flies with poison. Now, those are a lot of facts. Lots of facts. But what I'm looking for is the most important point about those 2 pages of our story. And so when I was thinking about it, I thought, it really is that the web helps the spider get the food it needs. Now, what you're going to do next is you're going to be reading some pages on Seesaw, and you're going to be reading them and looking for those facts. Then I want you to take those facts like we practiced, and I want you to come up with the most important point, or whatever you think is the most important piece of information that we need to know about that page or pages.